Good morning and good afternoon, my dear students. So, we're done for the module 1 to 3 of Accounting 101. So, balance sheet, income statement, then owner's equity. So, now we will discuss the module 4, which is the cash flow statement or CFS. So, from the word cash flow. So, outflow and inflow ng ating cash. So, pag-aaralan natin yan. So, in this module, the learners should be able to discuss the components and structures of CFS and prepare CFS. So, I hope guys uh, maintindihan natin yung magiging discussion natin kasi medyo magiging complicated siya pero I will try my best to explain it to you. Okay? So, let's proceed. So, let's define cash flow, the importance of cash flow statement. So, the statement of cash flows is a basic financial income statement. So, it provides information about cash receipts and cash payments of an entity during a period. So it classifies the information into operating, investing, and financing activities. So, and it reconciles the cash balance beginning with the cash balance ending. So, parang katulad sa balance sheet, so, ang cash beginning and cash ending is dapat po is magbabalance siya. Okay? So, pag pinrepare po natin ang ating cash flow statement. Then, na-mention na din dyan yung classification ng cash flow, which is yung operating, investing, and financing activities. So, as we go along to our discussion, so, madidiscuss natin yan. Then, wag po kayong makakonfuse sa cash flow, sabi dyan kasi basic financial income statement. So, hindi siya income statement. So, ito pong cash flow is a part. Okay? Part siya ng financial income statement. Okay? Kasi pag pinaprepare natin yung cash flow, kailangan nating ma-determine yung income statement ng ating business. So, next, the cash flow statement used with the income statement and balance sheet provides information on the effect on cash of changes in the assets other than cash, liabilities, and owner's equity accounts of the entity. So, yung na-mention natin dyan, yung balance sheet, di ba? So, alam naman natin yung parts ng balance sheet. Nandyan si assets, nandyan si liabilities, and owner's equity. Through cash flow, madedetermine natin kung ano na nga ba yung status ng ating business. Okay? So, okay na tayo sa income statement, so hindi ko na siya iaano. Kasi nga, income statement and balance sheet, so importante siya in order to determine the cash flow of the business. Okay? So, it provides the users a basis to evaluate the ability of the entity to generate cash. Okay? So, sabi ko nga sa inyo, cash flow, yung inflow and outflow ng cash. So, hindi lang siya, ano nga ba yung outflow and inflow? So, ma-discuss din natin siya. So, chillax lang kayo dyan. So, next, an information on how the entity generates cash from operations. So, yung operations natin, nag-generate daw ba ng cash through operations? Under this operation, nandito yung service income and revenues. Okay? Nag-generate ha. Ang usapan dito, generate ng cash from operations. Then, from borrowings. So, syempre, sa business, meron tayong mga long-term loans or short-term loans. So, yan po yan. Then, from investors. Syempre, kung gusto mong maging mas matibay, parang kung gano'n, yung pundasyon ng iyong business. So, you are seeking for investors. Then, from sales of non-current assets. So, from the word non-current assets. So, aware naman tayo, pag sinabing non-current, ito po yung ito yung mga owner's entity na nag-exceed for 12 months, diba? So, example niyan, land, building, if ever, cash or kaya land building investments then. Then, yung mga ano natin, car, 'di ba? So, yan po yan. So, non-current. So, minsan, pag kinukulang tayo ng cash sa ating business, minsan yan talaga binibenta natin yung mga ilan sa ari-arian natin, 'di ba? Para ma-provide yung needs ng iyong business. Huwag lang siyang sarado. Then next, an information on how the entity uses cash for operations. Syempre, meron tayong nag-generate tayo ng cash, di ba na-mention na natin, kanina nag-generate tayo from operation, so service income and revenues. Dito naman for operations, yung different expenses na na-encounter natin sa business. So itong for operations and from operations, ito po ay ang pinag-uusapan dito yung income statement. Okay? So yan po yung relationship niyan. Okay? So sa income statement nyo po ito matatagpuan. Okay? Then, for payment of borrowed money, syempre, hindi naman pwedeng nangutang ka pero hindi ka magbabayad. So, wag tayong ganon. Okay? So, dapat responsibility natin na bayaran yung mga atraso natin. Next, for income to investors. Syempre, nagbigay ng trust yung mga investors sa'yo sa business mo. So, siguro ang right word dyan, yung payback time. Syempre, it's payback time na syempre, nakatulong sila sa business mo, nag-invest sila. So, syempre, ano din yung income, bigyan mo din ng income yung investors. So, yun naman talaga yung purpose nila kung bakit sila nag-invest sa business, diba? To earn revenues or income. Then, purchase of non-current assets. So syempre sa business, hindi naman pwedeng hindi ka bibili ng mga machineries na makakatulong sa business mo, 'di ba? So, syempre, in order na makasunod ka sa flow ng technology or sa flow ng business natin sa economy, so, kailangan mag-purchase ka din ng different machines. So, yan po. Yan po yung uses ng ating cash. Okay? So, ito yung outflow. Okay? Itong uses cash. Outflow. Then, ito yung inflow. Okay, pagpasok ng cash sa business. Then, an information to determine the liquidity and solvency of the entity. So, ano nga ba yung liquidity? So, liquidity is the ability to pay current obligations. So, ito po yung mga accounts payables natin. Okay? So, whether loan siya or what. Okay? Next is yung solvency naman is the ability of a company to survive over a long term. So, yung solvency po, so, from the word long term, so siguro mas magandang example nito, chine-check kasi ng business, sa solvency kasi, chine-check yung business kung paano siya makaka-survive pagdating sa kanyang mga, sa business niya. So, for example natin dyan, yung nag-avail ka ng motorcycle loan. 'Di ba meron tayong 12 months, 24 months, 36 months. So, long term yung 36. So, if 'di ba yung months na yon, long term siya, 'di ba? Kung ano yung i-avail mo, long term loans yon. So, chine-check doon kung kaya mo bang bayaran, 'di ba? So, ang mangyayari pag hindi mo nabayad, 'di ba, parang yung hinahatak nila kasi hindi ka na nga nakakabayad. So, pag nabayaran mo yun within 36 months, kung ano man yung inabail mo, ibig sabihin na trace doon yung solvency ng business mo. Okay? Okay? So, I hope clear dyan yung solvency is the ability of a company to survive over a long term. Okay? So, yun po yung example nyo. So, basta yung mga long-term loans, minsan nga may mga bahay pa nga di ba? Mga house financing, di ba? Tapos yung mga car loans din. So yun po, as individual, yun yung pwede nating i-example. Then next is an information for estimating future cash inflow and cash outflow. So yan po. Next is an information for evaluating the relationship between cash flow and profitability. So ano naman yung profitability? So profitability is the ability to generate reasonable return on investment. So, from the word profit. So, syempre, kaya ka nga nagtayo ng businesses in order to generate cash, 'di ba? In order to generate revenues, 'di ba? Income, profit. So, dinedeterminan 'yan kung sa business mo ba kumikita ka. Yun lang siya eh. Kumikita ba yung may mga other investments ka ba na para mas maging successful yung business mo. So yun po yun. So I hope clear po tayo sa mga i-explain ko. Next, elements of cash flow. So na-discuss nga natin kanina yung classification of operations sa definitions kanina in previous slides. So elements of cash flows from operating activities, cash flows from investing activities, and cash flows from financing activities. So sabi ko nga sa inyo, itong operating activities, ito po yung uh, makikita po natin to sa ating income statement, statement of income. So these are cash flows that are directly related to earning the net income or suffering the net loss. So mapapansin nyo itong net loss tsaka net income. So yun po sa statement of income po yan, promise. So kung nare-recall nyo lang. Then, cash flows from investing activities. These are cash flows for the acquisition or disposition of plant, equipment, and investment. So, ito po yung mga assets natin. So, di ba nga, na-mention sa cash flow daw po, nandyan yung na-mention yung balance sheet, di ba? Kasi di ba alam naman natin yung parts ng balance sheet, assets, liabilities, and owner's equity. So, etong part na to, sa investing activities po, dito mini-mention yung different assets natin, whether current siya or non-current. Okay? Next, cash flows from financing activities. These are cash flows for financing the entity through cash receipts from and cash payments to investors or creditors other than to or from suppliers. So, financing, from the word financing. So, yung cash po, binabayaran po natin yung different investors natin. If meron, yung mga creditors, yung mga suppliers natin, diba? Yung different purchases natin. So, dito po yan sa financing activities. Okay? So, I hope clear tayo dyan. So, pag-aaralan pa po natin yan mas maiintindihan niyo po siya for previous sa mga next slides natin. Sorry. Next, operating activities. So, i-define lang ulit natin, are the principal revenue producing activities of the entity and other activities that are neither investing nor financing. Siyempre, meron tayo iba tong sa investing at saka financing na mention na natin yan. So, iba po si operating activities. So, operating activities include the cash effects of transactions that enter into the determination of net income. Basta lagi nyo lang iisipin, pag narinig nyo agad yung operating activities under accounting, sa ating accounting, or sa financial statements, ang operating activities po ay related kay statement of income or income statement. Okay po? So, kasi nga, dinedetermine dyan yung income or net loss. Net income or net loss. Okay po? So, nandyan po yung service income and revenues natin. Then, yung mga expenses po natin. So, let's now proceed sa inflow ng ating operating activities. So, the inflow from operating activities comes from cash receipts from the sales of goods, services, as well as other revenues. So, di ba kung mare-remember nyo pa po yung discussion natin sa income statement, di ba po, ang inflow daw po is yung mga sales of goods, then services, diba? Services income, service income, then revenues po, diba yung title natin dyan. So, tapos nasa rightmost po yung amount. Then, yung outflows naman po are for payments to suppliers of goods and services, taxes, and other expenses. Okay? So, 'Di ba sa income statement, so nililess po natin lahat ng expenses doon, 'di ba? Lahat ng expenses sa business. So, yun nga, kung naaalala niyo pa yung pinag-aralan natin sa income statement, so makikita niyo doon yung service income or revenues, then or sales of goods, then nililess po doon yung expenses, different expenses ng business. Then, pag tinotal na natin lahat ng expenses, then ililess natin doon sa ating service income. Pag nag-negative po yun, automatic net loss. Pero pag nag-positive po yun, automatic ayun ay net income. So, nakikita nyo po na kumikita ba yung business or hindi, or nalulugi ba siya. Okay? So, next, investing activities are the acquisition. Acquisition ha, na, to, na, obtaining, diba? And disposal of long-term assets and other investments. So like what I said before, ito po yung mga assets natin. So, long-term assets. So, ito po yung mga non-current assets natin. Okay? So, ano daw yung outflows? Yung outflows ng investing activities. So, the outflows for investing activities consist of payments for uh, property, plant and equipment, intangibles, and other long-term assets. So, outflow. So, ito po yung mga binabayaran natin. So, consider pa siya as binabayaran, binili natin, di ba? Binili natin yung isang product, pero installment. So, later on, pag nabayaran nyo po yung installment na yun, automatic, consider na siya as asset nyo. So, yun po yung outflow. So, yun po yung example niyan. So, ikaw as individual, yun na, nagbibigay po ako ng example. Ikaw as individual, nag-avail ka ng bahay. So, housing loan. So, syempre, 3 years to pay. So, nagbabayad ka po in a month for 3 years. So, after that, binayaran mo lahat ng, uh, yung binayaran mo siya completely, yung 3 years na yon or 36 months, automatic, yun po ay magiging asset mo na. So, yun po yung example niyan. Okay? So, yung inflow naman, investing activities consists of cash receipts from sale of property, plant and equipment, intangibles, and other long-term assets. Ito naman yung property mo na binibenta mo naman or nabenta mo na. Okay? So, minsan ito yung mga assets na siguro sobra, kaya binenta mo. 'Di ba? Nag-generate ka ng cash. So, marami kang bahay, marami kang lupa. So, para mas madami kang cash, makatulong sa business mo, binibenta mo sila. So, may mga ganon. 'Di ba? So, yung mga long-term assets, ano pa ba yung mga example? So, yun lang naman so far. May mga buildings ka, mayaman ka na eh. So, yun, binibenta mo yung property mo in order to produce cash. Okay, so yun po yung info. Next is yung financing activities. So, are activities that result in changes in the size and composition of the equity investments of owners and long-term liabilities of the entity. So, na-mention po dyan yung equity. So, di ba, kung mapapansin nyo, nandun yung mga nagle-less tayo pag may net loss, may withdrawals, di ba? Then, previously lang to natakal natin, kaya dapat alam nyo. Then, yung, di ba, pag may income, net income, tapos, ina-add po natin yan sa ating capital, and etc. So, then, yung long-term liabilities of the entity. Ito po yung mga loans natin. Okay? So, mga loan payables po natin. So, or accounts payables. Okay? So, yun po yung financing activities. So, minsan po, consider dito yung mga long-term investment po. Kung mapapansin nyo, yung example nito as individual, yung mga pro-life, di ba? Pro-life, kung narinig nyo na din si IMG. So, yun po yung mga example niyan. So, the inflow from financing activities consists of cash from equity, investors, or owners of the entity, and cash from borrowings. Okay? So, yung mga loans nga, sabi ko nga sa inyo. So, yun yung inflow. The outflow for financing activities consists of cash back to equity investors or owners of the entity and cash for repayments of cash borrowed. Okay? So, I hope clear yan. So, hindi ko na i-elaborate. So, example daw po niyan. So, may mention dito. So, the cash flow statement reconciles the net change in the cash balance within the accounting period with the changes in the other balance sheet accounts. The cash flows statement also explains why, for example, an increase in cash of 1 million for the year is not the same as the net income for the year. So, automatic sa cash flow, madedetermine kasi kung yun nga, kung nag-earn or may profit ba ang isang business o wala. And kung paano nga ba minamanage yung cash. Okay, kaya pinag-aralan natin yung inflow and outflow from different elements of account, different elements of cash flows. Okay, so next. So next, accrual basis of accounting. Okay, accrual basis of accounting. So from the word accrual, so gain or increase. So yun po yung term dyan. So sabi dyan, not all cash receipts are revenues and not all cash payments are expenses. So pagdating dyan, makikita nyo agad yung, yung kung ano yung gusto niyang ipon. Kasi nga, di ba, not all cash receipts are revenues. Di ba sa income statement? So, meron tayong, diba, yung mga incomes natin, service income, yung revenues natin. Hindi naman totally revenue eh. Kasi nga, may marami tayong binabayaran. May mga expenses tayong binabayaran. So, yun siya, yung ibig sabihin yan. Then, not all cash payments are expenses. Kasi nga, sabi ko nga sa inyo, meron tayong mga binabayaran, meron tayong binili or binabayaran, in-acquire na property na binabayaran pa lang, pero later on, mapapasayo din siya. Yung mga ganun. So, yun ang ibig sabihin niya. Yeah. So, the following are indications that the accrual basis of accounting is in use. So, is in use ginamit sa accounting. So, recognition of accounts receivable. So, aware tayo sa mga accounts receivable natin So, it's either, ito po ay may mga clients tayo na merong atraso sa atin, then babayaran tayo. So, may schedule time po yan. So, pwedeng monthly, ganyan. So, accounts receivable po. Recognition of accounts payable. So, syempre, tayo as a business owner, meron din tayong mga payables. So, yung mga loans natin na binabayaran monthly. So, yan po yung mga example yan. Then, recognition of bad debts expense or uncollectible accounts receivable. So, sa accounts receivable din po yan. So, ito po yung mga contra assets. So, na-discuss natin din yan last time sa ating module. Then, recognition of depreciation of property and plant and equipment. So, ito po ay under sa assets. Then, recognition of prepaid expense. So, yung mga prepaid expense po, ito po yung mga nagbabayad in advance. Then, yung mga example, yung prepaid rent. So, yan po. Under pa rin po siya ng assets. Okay? Then, recognition of accrued expenses or expenses payable. So, syempre, may different expenses po tayo. Utilities expense, salaries expense, and etc. Then, recognition of cash receipts for income not yet earned. So, ito po, pwedeng example din yan, yung mga accounts receivables pa rin po natin. Okay? So, yun naman. So, I hope clear tayo dyan sa accrual basis of accounting. So, next. So, dito na po tayo sa pagpe-prepare ng ating cash flow. So, Dalawa po yan. May two kinds po tayo ng cash flow statement. Direct method and indirect method. So, dito muna tayo sa direct method. Okay? So, the direct method reports the cash receipts less cash payments to arrive at net cash from operating activities. Direct method cash receipts and cash payments are obtained from the cash records. A list of all cash receipts and all cash payment is made. So, kung aware po kayo sa ating journals, different journals, so yung mga special journals natin, kung matatandaan niyo po, so yung, di ba, yung mga cash receipt journal natin, cash disbursement, purchase receipt, purchase book or purchase journal, so yun po yan. So, syempre, ang pinag-uusapan dito is yung cash receipts journal natin. So dapat, sabi ko nga dito, direct method cash flow, katulad, kailangan nyo lang i-analyze yung mga terms natin, yung mga accounts natin, para alam nyo kung kailan kayo magle-less, mag-a-add. So, yun po yun. Okay? Next, total cash receipts. So, less total cash payments is the net cash increase. So, receipts more than payments or the net cash decrease, or the net cash decrease. Receipts less than payment. So, kumbaga, di ba, pag nag-positive siya, cash increase, so automatic, kung parang sa income statement, di ba, pag net, pag net income siya, automatic net earn. So, dito naman, pag nag-increase siya, automatic, positive yung nag-increase siya. Okay? Naka-positive sign. So, plus sign. Then, pag nag-net cash decrease naman, yung mga net loss, kumbaga sa income statement. So, yun po yun. So, magne-negative sign siya. Okay? So, based dun sa illustration natin, dito sa mention, so, ang direct method cash flow daw po is, total cash receipts. So, ito po yung cash receipts natin. So, under cash receipts, nandiyan yung cash received from the customers and cash received from other income. So, ito total daw po natin. 25 plus 100. So, 2,500,000 and 100,000. So, automatic, 2,600,000. So, ito po yung total cash receipts. Then, ililess daw po natin sa total cash payments. Pero ano nga ba yung mga under ng cash payments? Cash paid to suppliers, 900,000. Cash paid for salaries, 600,000. Cash paid for utilities, 360,000. Then, cash paid for various expenses. So, i-add po natin to, yung total cash payments natin, which is 2,010,000. So, sabi nga, ano bang sabi dito sa statement? So, total cash receipts less total cash payment is the net cash increase. So, 2,600,000 less po natin yung total cash payments na 2,010,000. So, equal po yan is 590,000. So, ito po ay positive. So, ibig sabihin, nag-increase po. Okay? Ang cash. Okay? Nag-increase po yung cash. Net cash increase. Okay? Then, kung mapapansin nyo po, yung part po ng cash flow statement, nandito yung operating activities na natakal natin kanina. So, tatlong part po yan. Operating activities, then investing activities, then financing activities. So, lahat po yan dapat maano natin. So, yan nga po, meron na tayo net cash increase na 590,000. So, ito po ay mga given accounts na po yan. So, given accounts na dapat ay i-analyze. Na dapat i-analyze mo po kung kailan po kayo mag-a-add, kung kailan po kayo mag-less. Okay? So, dito naman sa cash for investing activities, so, cash paid for office computer. Okay? Nagkakahalaga daw po ng 120,000. So, syempre, from dito sa net cash, ililess nyo po yung cash paid. Kasi cash paid lumabas po yung pera. Kaya ililess nyo po yung 120,000. Then, cash from financing activities na po tayo sa part 3 ng direct method. So, additional investment of proprietor. So, nag-invest si proprietor ng 200,000. So, parang katulad lang po, ito po ay nag-a-appear sa owner's equity. So, nag-add po ng investment si owner's equity, ay si owner or proprietor na 200,000. So, 590 minus 120. So, ilan po yan? So, computing po natin. Wait lang po 590. 590 minus 120. Iyan po ay 470. Plus yung investment ng proprietor plus 200. So, a total of 670,000. So, 670,000, yun po ang net increase in cash for the year. Then, add cash balance beginning. So, ano po yan? Given na din po yan. Itong 120,000. So, i-add nyo lang para malabas yung cash balance ending na 790,000. Okay po? So, pag nag-prepare po kayo ng indirect method cash flow statement, automatic dapat po yung cash balance ending nyo din po ay magiging 790,000. Okay? So, pero ngayon nasa direct method tayo. So, ipapakita ko din sa inyo kung ano nga ba yung pagkakaiba ng direct method cash flow statements into indirect method. Okay? So, I hope clear tayo sa direct method, ha? So, next po. So, dapat po kaya may plus sign yan, tsaka negative. So, ito po ay symbol kung kailan po kayo mag-a-add or magma-minus. Okay po? So, dito lang, indication lang din siya na nag-increase ng cash. Tapos, dito naman po ay nag-decrease ng cash. Bakit? Kasi nga cash paid. Kaya naka-minus. Okay? Naka-negative. So, automatic ano po natin yan. So, kung aware po kayo sa mga previous math topics natin, diba? Yung mga equation, yung mga integers, so yan po yan. Yung kahalagahan ng mga symbols. Okay? Next, indirect method cash flow statement. So, under the indirect method, the accrual basis net income is adjusted to net cash provided by operating activities. The indirect method accounts for the increase or decrease in the cash balance by the following. So, A, computing net increase or decrease in the cash balance beginning of accounting period versus cash balance end of period. So, papakita ko yan sa illustration, but isa-isahin lang muna natin. So, B, determining net results of operation or net income, or NI, adjusting, so increase or decrease. So, yun po yun ha, kasi baka malito po kayo sa mga sign, positive and negative. So, i-recall nyo lang yung math nyo. Okay, sabi ko nga sa inyo, sa accounting, magpa-plus at saka magma-minus. Okay, you need to analyze the accounts na po. So, net income for transactions that reduce the net income, without cash payments such as depreciation and other adjustments on net income or net loss are made to convert the result of operation to cash basis. Then next, identifying cash receipts from investing activities. Then identifying cash payments for investing activities. So, aware din tayo dyan. Sa indirect method po, nandun pa rin po si operating, yung parts, yung three classification ng cash flow. Yung operating, investing, and financing. So, identifying cash payment for investing activities. Then, identifying cash receipts from financing activities. Then, identifying cash payments for financing activities. Dapat pala may symbol to. Pag identifying cash receipts from investing, so positive. Then, cash payments, negative. Pag may nag-appear po, kung i-minus natin. Then, pag may cash receipts from financing activities, positive. Plus po yan, plus sign. So, identifying cash payments. So, yung mga payments. So, negative. So, lagi nyo lang tatandaan pag meron pong mga payments or paid na mention sa ating transactions, automatic ayun po ay mga ililes. Ima-minus po natin. Okay? So, the net of B, C, D, E, and F shall equal the net increase or the net decrease in cash. So, sabi ko nga sa inyo, dapat magre-reconcile siya sa net sa beginning and cash balance beginning and cash balance ending. So, ito po yun. Okay? So, ito po yung illustration, demonstration exercises para mas ma-clear po natin. Sabi ko kasi sa inyo, na-mention ko na kanina, na yung mga accounts po ay given na. So, katulad nito, income statement. So, given na po yung mga different accounts. Kailangan nyo lang pong i-classify kung saan dyan yung operating activities, yung investing activities, and yung financing activities. Okay? So, ika-classify nyo po yan based on the illustration. Then, may additional cash transactions for 20x2 are follow. So, hindi lang daw po ito, kundi ito din po. So, additional transactions. So, automatic, gagamitin nyo po yan sa direct method and indirect method. Cash flow. So, the company bought either delivery truck for 2 million cash, a long-term loan for 1,800,000 was obtained from the bank. So, long-term loan ha, nag-loan siya. So, saan ba siya under? So, dapat alam niyo yan. So, the proprietor John Lee withdraw 200,000. So, requirements, prepare a statement of cash flows using the indirect method and direct method. So, based on the given accounts. So, magpe-prepare po tayo ng direct method and indirect. So, dito muna tayo sa indirect method. So, indirect method. So, mag-i-start tayo sa net income. So, kung mapapansin nyo po, sa operating activities, John Lee Company, sorry, may typographical company po yan. So, cash flow from operating activities. Under cash flow operating activities, nandiyan si net income. So, ito nga po pala. So, ano po ba yung pagkakaiba ng indirect sa direct method? Okay? So si direct method po, kung mapapansin niyo po, nag-start siya sa, tawag dito, dito na lang pala. Si direct method po ay nag-start sa pinaka income statement, sa revenues. Nag-start siya sa revenues, then etc. kung ano man yung ililes. Okay, sa revenues siya nag-start. Si indirect po, nag-start siya sa net income. Okay? So, paano nyo malalaman? So, ito yan. Diba? Kung mapapansin nyo sa indirect method. So, sa net income po, nag-start si operating activities. Itong net income is 1.3. So, kung mapapansin nyo, ito po yan. 1.3. Okay? So, next. So, adjustment to reconcile net income to net cash provided by operating activities. So, ano nga ba yung under ng operating activities? So, yan po yung depreciation, increase in accounts receivable, increase in inventories, decrease in accounts payable, and net cash provided. Dito lang tayo sa decrease in accounts payable. So, under operating activities, and sa indirect method. Okay, indirect method tayo ha. So, net income na 1,300,000. So, depreciation, ito po yan. Depreciation expense na 200,000. So, dyan siya nag-appear, 200,000. Increase in accounts receivable, ito po yan. Accounts receivable, 1,010,000 minus 1,300,000. So, i-minus nyo po. Okay? Yung 20x1 sa 20x2. Ito po yung year ha. So, 1,010,000 minus 1,300,000 is equals to negative 290,000. Kaya po nag-negative sign siya dito. Okay? So, accounts receivable. So, nag-increase po ang ating accounts receivable. Pero, baka ma-confuse kayo, increase dito tapos nag-negative. So, dito lang po yan. So, pag kinompute nyo po kasi yan. Diba? So, i-try nyo po. Kaya siya nag-negative sign. Then, next, yung, inventories, increase in inventories, 70,000. So, negative 70,000. Ito po yan. 250,000 minus 320,000. So, yan po yung inventories natin. So, kung mapapansin nyo sa illustration na to, nag-increase na sa So, nung year 20x2, nag-increase po lahat. Accounts receivable, inventories, and cash, nag-increase po. Hindi so, yan po. So, pero dito sa my indirect method, nag-appear po siya na negative. So, huwag po kayong mako-confuse. So, dito lang po yan sa ating computation. So, kailangan nyo po kasing ipag-less yan. Okay? Para makita natin kung magka yung amount ng cash. Okay? So, yan po. Then, negative 20,000. Wait lang po. Okay, then yung decrease in accounts payable, negative 20,000. So, kung mapapansin nyo, baka ma-confuse kayo, magpatanong kayo sa akin. Yung 20x1, 720,000 and 700,000. So, pag inilas nyo kasi yan, positive 20,000, diba? So, kailangan nyo kasing i-determine kung nag-decrease or increase siya. Kung nag-decrease yung accounts payable natin, so dun siya nag-base dun sa nag-decrease in accounts payable. Dun nag-base yung sign niya. Okay? Kaya naging negative 20,000. Okay? So computein lang natin to. 1,300,000 plus 200,000. So, 1,500. So, para mas madali po, ang advice ko sa inyo, lahat tong negative sign. Negative 290 plus 70, negative 70. So, yung 20,000. So, kung mapapansin nyo sa integers yun eh, yung mga like sign, add nyo lang, add, then add. So, 290, 70, 20. So, ito po ay 360. So, 360 po yan. So, 1,300 plus 200. So, 1,500 po yan. 1,500 minus 360. So, yun po yun. So, ang total po is 1,120,000. Okay? Now, net cash provided from operating activities. So, 1 million po So, automatic nag-increase po yung cash natin. Okay? Kasi positive pa rin yung result under operating activities. So, move tayo sa cash flows for investing activities. So, purchase, delivery truck, or cash. So, ito po yan. Delivery truck, bought. So, pag narinig nyo yung payment, paid, bought, automatic magli-less po tayo sa ating investment activities. Kaya po nag-appear yan na negative 2 million. Okay? Then, from cash from financing activities, so loans obtained from bank. So, ito po yan, 1,800,000. Then, yung withdrawal na 200,000. Okay? So, loan obtained from the bank. So, nag-increase po yung cash natin under financing activities. Kaya, positive sign po siya. Okay po, increase po yan So, inflow. Then, yung cash withdrawal, so automatic pag naririnig niyo po yung mga withdrawals or drawings, so less po yan, ili-less nyo. So, 1,800,000 less 200, 1,800,000 less 200,000 is equals to 1,600,000. So, ang mangyayari niyan, so, i-ano nyo lang po sa rightmost, 1,120,000 less yung 2 million, Then, add yung 1.6. Pero sabi ko nga sa inyo, para hindi kayo malito, minsan gamitan natin yung mga previous na napag-aralan natin sa math. So, 1.6 plus 1, 120. So, like sign sila, diba? So, 1.6, 1, 120. So, 2,720,000. I-less nyo po yung negative 2 million under investing activities. So, 720,000. Then, um, sorry, cash balance beginning 3120x1. So, ito po yan. Inad po yung cash balance beginning. So, yung under cash po, cash balance beginning na 450,000 ng 20x1. So, ang result po, 720 plus 450. Cash balance, December 31, 20x2 or cash balance ending, 1,170,000. So, nag-reconcile po siya dito sa 20x2, cash balance ending. Okay? So, yan po yan. Kaya sabi ko sa inyo, para siyang balance sheet po. So, dapat po magbabalance po yung ginagawa nating statement of cash flows ay magbabalance po sa cash balance ending. Okay? 1,170,000. 1,170,000. Okay? So, I hope clear po tayo sa indirect method. So, now let's proceed to direct method. Okay? So, saan nanggaling to? Sabi ko nga sa inyo, ginamit po niya yung pinaka starting ng income statement na revenue, total revenue. Ito po 5.4. So, papakita natin ha. So under operating activities, so cash collections from customers. So, total revenue, 5,400,000. Ito po yan. Revenues, 5,400,000. Next natin is yung ililess daw po yung increase in accounts receivable na negative 290,000. So, again, dito lang po yan sa accounts receivable. So, 1,010,000 less 1,300,000. Kaya nag-appear yung negative 290,000. Okay? So, 5.4 less lang po natin yung 290. So, equals po niyan is 5,110,000. Okay? Next, payment for cost of sales. So, cost of sales yung 300,000. Ito po yan. Ay, sorry, may typographical po pala tayo dyan. So, itong cost of sales po, hindi talaga siya 300,000. Based dun sa illustration, ito po ay 3 million. Okay? 3 million po to ha. Pa-correct na lang po sa module nyo. Baka ma-confuse po kayo. And sana mapanood to ng iba. Kasi baka ma-confuse sila dun sa sa naging solution. Bakit naging 3,090,000. Okay? So, 3 million po to. Kasi yung cost of sales natin based on sa demonstration exercise, 3 million po talaga yung cost of sales. Okay? So, next po. Under increase in inventory, so 70,000. So, dito sa direct method, sinunod natin yung, diba, yung symbol na meron sa indirect. Diba sa indirect negative? So, kasi nga, based to dun sa computation. Pero pagdating sa direct method, dapat nga, negative yan lahat. Kasi nga po, ililes natin yung, yung collections natin, diba? Cash collections from customers sa payment for cost of sales, diba po? So, dapat nga naka-negative sign na yan eh. Kasi dito nag-appear na siya na negative. So, baka kasi ma-confuse kayo. So, 70,000. So, next is decrease in accounts payable na 20,000. So, i-add nyo lang po to 3 million, add yung 70 and 20. So, 3,090,000. So, after that, yung cash collections from customers, na 5,110,000, ililess nyo po yung tawag dito yung cost of sales, yung operating expenses po natin na 3,090,000 plus yung cost sa operating expenses na 900,000. Ito po yan. Okay, huwag po kayo ma-confuse ha. 900,000, ililess din daw po natin. So, add nyo muna itong negative, saka po nyo ililess dito sa 5,110,000. So, a total of 1,120,000 under operating activities. Okay? So, huwag po kayo mako-confuse sa mga signs ha. So, automatic kasi, after natin makuha yung cash collections from customers, ililess po natin yung payment for cost of sales. Okay? Ililess po ha. Kaya po naging negative 3,090,000 yan. So, indication lang yan na mag-less tayo. Okay? Na magma-minus tayo. Then, same with 900,000. Mag-less po tayo. So, payment for operating expense, mag-less po. Kasi nga po, nag-decrease po ang ating cash. Okay? So, yun po ha. So, 1,120,000 total of net cash from operating activities. Then, so, syempre, both sa under investing activities, so, same lang din sa indirect method. So, syempre, nag-outflow yung pera. So, negative 2 million. Then, so, same din sa financing activities. So, obtain loan from bank, 1,800,000. Then, yung withdrawals na 200,000. So, 1,600,000. So, as I suggested, so, ano nyo muna, compute nyo muna yung mga like sign. So, 1,120,000, add mo yung 1,600,000. So, ito po ay 2,720,000. Tapos, ililess nyo po yung negative 2 million. Net change in cash increase is 720,000. Then, add natin yung cash balance beginning ng 20x1 na 450,000. So, katulad lang din na, dito na i-ano. So, a total of cash balance December 31, 20x2, 1,170,000. So, nag-balance pa din po sa ating cash balance ending. Okay? So, ito po, na 1,170,000. Okay po? So, yun po yung lagi yung titignan. Dapat po, sa binigay sa inyo na exercise, para ma-check nyo na tama yung sagot nyo, dito kayo mag-base sa cash balance ending. Okay? Pag nag-balance na po yan sa ginawa nyo statement of cash flows dito sa cash balance ending, automatic tama po yung ginawa nyo. So, yun po yung tip natin. Okay? So far, ang pinagkaiba lang dito sa indirect method sa given exercise, sa indirect method and direct method sa operating activities. Okay? So, sa operating activities. Sa operating activities po. So, yun po. Pero the rest, investing activities and financing activities, same lang. Okay? So, I hope clear po tayo sa ating naging discussion. So, you need to determine kung nag-increase po ba or nag-decrease yung cash. Kaya po, nandiyan yung mga symbols na yan. Yung negative na yan. And aware naman tayo. Kaya nga, di ba, pag positive sign, so hindi na pinapakita sa ano yan, sa tabi ng numbers. Matik po yan na positive yung number. Nag-increase po siya. Okay? So, I hope na-explain ko sa inyo to ng tama. If ever may questions or may clarifications, don't hesitate to chat me, guys. Nandito lang ako, i-chat. I will reply you back. So, yun po yung tip natin. Malalaman nyo po na tama yung gawa nyo na statement of cash flows. Pag ang result po ng cash balance ending nyo or cash balance, itong example na to, December 31, 20x2, ay nag-reconcile or nag-equal sa cash balance ending natin na 20x2. So, yun po so automatic check po yan. Check. Correct po ang inyong nagawa. So, I hope guys, okay tayo. So, any questions and clarifications, chat nyo lang po ako. Okay, willing naman akong replyan kayo. So, if ever na wala ng questions or wala ng clarifications, you can proceed you can proceed with your activities. Okay? Then, kung tapos na kayo, isend nyo agad sa akin para ma-check ko kung tama. Okay, guys? Maraming salamat sa inyo and I hope nakatulong ito sa inyong module. Okay? So, goodbye and God bless. Bye, bye, bye.